Welcome, anyone who... What the heck? Why does it say offline? Hold on. Okay, no, it's fine. That's so weird. I'm gonna go check the Twitch stream. I'm sure it's fine. For some reason... Oh, never mind. It decided to be normal now. The restream says I'm streaming. Yeah, it looks... Alright, looks like it's on, right? Alright, good. Just make it. Hello, welcome. What's up? Nom Nom Nom's here. Not all there is to it. I think the thumbnail explains the situation as it is. Today we'll be looking at Zenless Zone 0 2.0 special program. Of course, I have seen it, so this isn't a reaction, but more so just a overview. It'll be fine. Door open for some fresh air. I'm sure no cars will go by. Yeah, it'll be simple as that. The game is not yet open. Sorry, hit all the wrong ones. Let's see, where is that? There. Alright. Zenless Zero version 2.0 special program. They call it a live stream, even though it is explicitly premiered. Well, people call it live stream. They do stream it on Twitch. So in that way, it does count as a live stream. Yeah, it's a special program update video. 2.0, it looks pretty cool so far from what we've seen. I mean, the stream starts with this fun opening with the speaking food dumplings. It's probably something specific. Oh, we're already seeing dumplings. Yeah, dumplings. I stopped on this screenshot. I didn't even think. No, I wasn't sure if they were like something very specific or yeah. All right. Yeah. Nice humor. Jokes were pretty good. I think it was a very good overall performance. And things to learn, and got to see, folks the way. And I don't need to explain the whole thing. I should focus in on what I'm really interested in. And so let's just start.
The world stood leaderless. Right. Court was corrupt with decadence. The martial world stood leaderless. Bandits ran rampant, and people suffered unbearably.
Nice.
Yet heroes of righteousness still rose up, blades drawn and raised to champion justice.
Is that Lemnian Hollow?
Yeah, well, I think I forget how we knew it was Lemnian. I don't know if they mentioned Lemnian specifically in the earlier like that talk or in the 2.0 thing. I think an interesting thing to note, and this should probably be more obvious once we get that new map update they mention later. Lemnian here, from what I am aware, assuming this wiki is accurate. Let's see over here at by Port Elpis. Let's see, it has hollows, I believe, and you know the one we go to often during like several of the I think main story moments. Does it say the nearby hollows? I don't think it does. Larger consumed by a hollow. Dang it. There was definitely information on the wiki that explained Port Alpus. I believe one of the hollow nearby Port Elbows. Man, I cannot say the words right at all. um, so this hollow here, mouse is on screen. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I should have. Not just had the stream open and decided to start talking. I'm fine with how I decided to start it. Where is it? Name. No, you can just look at the Lemnian Hollow. The Port Elpis Hollows, yeah. Its companion hollows are apparently the Port Elpis ones.
You must.
Hold on, we freaking lost it entirely. So that is the case. Well, we can have a general idea of where we're going now. That this major Lemnian Hollow is facing outward to the Yunque, or no, Yunque Summit. No, the Waifei Peninsula. So no, you know, it's interesting. uh, Obviously, the city of New Eridu as a whole is very large. So yeah, and like these hollows are also massive. I believe the 6 main hollows, from what I was reading on the wiki, that I closed. Is this button reading it back? It does. No, I'm not gonna go find that information, but from what I understood, there were 6 main hollows that were themselves the major, but okay, original hollows. 7 hollows in New Eridu. Okay, so yeah, there's 7 major hollows. Yeah, all right. I think I assumed that like there was major hollow 0, but it seems Lemnian is on the level of hollow 0, if that's how it's being categorized. And it has its own companion hollows, like the one we go into at Port Elpis. So it's neat to learn that relatively we're somewhat closer to Port Elpis. So I don't think we're too far from where we normally end up playing outside of the outer ring itself. But like I believe we're normally in the Janus Quarter for the vast majority of season 1. So Waifei Peninsula, it probably isn't too far. No, that was all I meant to point out, and it took me maybe 5 minutes to say that.
The mystics of Yunque's summit. For the safety of everyone here again, I urge you to avoid entering the porcelain production site.
This area is steeped in miasma and its corruptive residue.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Soul. I was watching Soul, and he talked about this guy making him think of Regigigas, which I can see, because Regigigas has those type of fingers. Just the long sort of, not Regigigas, Registeel, I mean. Registeel. Just has those long noodle finger things. And he is also, honestly, just the entire color scheme of Regigigas is the same as the enemies, just, you know, not as much here and there. Yeah, well. Yeah, you can. Yeah, man, I'm great at clicking freaking buttons, dude. Or just things on the screen. It's just kind of funny to think about. Yeah, but yeah, I see it. Has sort of the same noodle arms, exact same color scheme basically. But yeah, very cool looking designs. Love the. This is honestly, to me, more of a Droideka, a sort of shape. I remember having a Droideka action figure. You can see it. It looks like this. Honestly, feels like it's probably something that bunches together and rolls. And why did I click on it again? How did I do that?
Production side.
This area is steeped in miasma and it's corrupt.
Probably won't, but oh, you can see it sort of has a human face, I think, sort of thing here. I think it has eyes, nose, and mouth here, and this thing on its chin like a beard. That's interesting, but yeah, the shape of a Droideka. So if you, it almost feels like maybe this thing will start bunch together and roll around like a Droideka. That's kind of interesting. But then this guy, yeah, looking like the humanoid ethereal enemies, pretty very very cool.
I'm the 13th generation High Preceptor of Yunquay Summit, Yixuan.
Yixuan. Okay, interesting. All right, you don't pronounce the Y sound, I guess. I suppose.
I'm the 13th generation High Preceptor of Yunquay Summit, Yixuan.
Yeah, Yixuan. Okay, got it. Something else is like 13th generation. So, if I recall, Miyabi, the Sword Master, was the 3rd generation Miyabi. So the Miyabi family, very strong apparently, but also younger than the Yunquay Summit themselves, which probably makes sense, you know. For the general timeline, that 3rd generation Miyabi, if their generations are about even, which we'll assume they're about even. No, maybe 13th generation. I'm trying to think of how generations would be divided by like an organization versus a family, because it feels like for a family it'd be like each generation would end up being like 18 to 20 something years apart. But not sure if the number would be perfectly correlated, but we'll assume it's meant to be. You know, like the generations in our world, which how. I actually don't know how the generations in our world are distanced. Well, thanks. Actually, there was a little image here. How am I missing? Just clicking things. Holy crap! I'm actually getting so annoyed. Big. All right. Okay. So it is about 18 years. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Every generation. Oh, about. I guess 15 years. But isn't. It looks like it was 17 here, 18 here, 15 here, and 15. 15. Okay. That's weird. I think, okay, so about every 15 years is a generation. Maybe it'll be measured differently for them since it's not an actual like family generation to generation. I don't know. But that is to say, it was 5 generations. Wait, the Miyabi, Hoshimi Miyabi we have is the 7th generation, and Swordmaster was 3rd generation. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 generations ago was the big fight against the Dark Wall or whatever in the formation of the Void Hunters. I don't know, trying to get a timeline. I think somewhere in here would they also mention 11 years exactly since the destruction of the old capital. So that's a number I think I talked about, trying to think for during my trigger reaction. Because I wasn't quite sure how long ago it was. I think apparently Trigger, that makes Trigger about, like, I don't know, about 30. Even if she doesn't, it doesn't seem like she is. Maybe? I mean, I don't know. She's very believably about 30. Assuming she's like either 20 or maybe younger, because there is the thought that maybe, you can maybe join the military at 15 was a possibility in my mind. Because I mean, it's a military, and they got these big old, how you say, balls of darkness full of monsters that can appear out of nowhere and destroy people. So you know, it's the end of the world. You probably can join the military younger than usual, but there is apparently age labor laws we learned from Astra, or child labor laws. I mean, so you know, who knows?
I shall wipe out all evil. Formless air gathers. Corruption is purged.
Yeah.
Scatter. Release.
Her animations are kind of
Evil shall
nice, I
turn
think.
to dust.
They're cool, but nothing insane. I mean, from that little bit.
Hiya, 도술래 한번 사줘야 못해야지.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Chef.
That one was interesting because, I don't know, they just kept speaking Chinese despite this otherwise being an English trailer. A part of me just assumes, yeah, they just didn't have the voice actor, so they just, all right, we'll just have it in Chinese. That little segment of it in Chinese. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe they will just say, yeah, this person speaks other language. But I don't know how they would do that for the Chinese version of the game. Excuse me, sorry.
So,
And Jufufu.
here. The streets here are really cool.
He looks
too.
cool.
Come on, I'll show you around.
I definitely don't love Jufufu's design.
Who dares disturb the peace on
This
our
is
streets?
kind of interesting.
Daydream.
It feels like it's alright, well. Actually, let's go back to these guys here.
What's going on? Who dares?
Yeah, first off, it looks like we're facing more of the, you know, those guys. Exaltists. I think that's the impression. Looks like there is corruption on these guys, so I don't think these are actually guys you would just meet out on the streets, which was a thought I had by the presentation of it. But I think they are, like, somewhat corrupted in a way, so I feel like there's a chance these are just people you will meet in the Hollow as enemies. Who knows if they just have roaming bands of exaltists in the normal city that you can beat up. I assume not, because they're running around as Bell there, so I feel like we probably aren't meeting them outside of the Hollow. We could, though, because we did fight normal people and robots in outside of a Hollow during the 1.5 story. So I don't know. Interesting to think about. If we'll have like out of Hollow combat with people. Otherwise, it's probably just, you know, using models from humanoid, mildly corrupted enemies, which is interesting. So people who are mildly corrupted but not actual ethereals yet. We'll see how they're actually doing. Carry animations are pretty cool. I love that skin. And that alt is super nice. Something about the editing here, I remember thinking, it's just so like wavy and bouncy. Learned during the Soul stream, that's in Testament.
Felt like I'd been
Yeah. I dislike the animation here. Was like super bouncy and honestly just kind of hard to just see what was going on. It's like all the zoom in and movement. It was really annoying and honestly kind of hard to look at. So I was not a fan of this part of the trailer. Also, it's hard. It'll make more sense looking at his kit later, but it was really hard for me to tell if he actually deals damage with his ultimate, or if his ultimate might just have like a very low knockback. Because we'll see later in the discussion on the characters. I don't feel like going through all of this, so I'll skip around after the main trailer here.
It felt like I'd been pulled out of a sweet dream.
If I don't put an end to
His ult goes off instantly, but it also just looks very unimpactful physically. So I assume it'll be like normal ultimate, but I get the feeling of it that it just won't have like the normal high knockback normal ultimates do. So things like knocking Typhon out of his jump before he blasts off into the air. It feels like his could be an instant one like Lighter's, but it just looks so unimpactful. I wonder if it won't even stagger Typhon. So that's mostly my thought. I'm sure we'll see eventually.
To this disaster tonight. My
More lore.
Shattered along with everything.
Young. Okay, I don't think we saw that name anywhere, so I don't think it's a normal voice actor. Or, well, a voice actor for one of the characters we saw in the Season 2 2D trailer.
How? Isn't she?
How many times have I told you? What you see with your own eyes isn't necessarily the truth.
Everyone, get ready! Formation!
Yeah, I think Belle had a similar animation to this elsewhere. No, if he was like slamming down a button, because she had a similar thing. Animation to this, I'm pretty sure. That's what it made me think of.
On the night of the old capital's fall 11 years ago, Yunquei Summit answered the call and left the mountain to save lives. We did it then, and tonight, we shall do it again.
You are just in time. The ceremony has just begun.
I mean, yeah, it looks cool. Okay, let's see, they talked here. Apparently Susan, someone on the Reddit posted about her, like, the day before the 2.0, or before this special program. So I actually learned about her from reading the comments, apparently. Like, she was from marketing, like, way before I was super into the game, apparently. I assume I just missed out on her, because I didn't get into the betas. I was aware of ZZZ for a while, and I was able to. I've been playing since day one. Every day since day one. So yeah, but I just missed her entirely. So it's interesting to learn about her. I wanted to pay attention to this. She's getting more views. How the heck is she at over 9,000 views? What the heck is this view count? Like, did she just start stream? Or is this a counter for unique views? Because that's something completely different from a live viewer count. Anyway, learn about her. Oh, the dog, right. As far as I'm aware, I'm still going to Howl, but there's probably specific dailies you'd get, and there's probably gonna be new achievements, which will be polychrome, even if it's like 5. So I'll probably keep doing him until I'm done. Like, the only bad thing about continuously using him is that you end up or going back to Howl is that it probably takes time. Also, just hold on, yeah. First off, Wise is right here, which is hilarious. Pinion who? I forgot if it was Pin or Pan. I'm pretty sure it's Pin. We'll get to him later. Oh yeah, Belle looks adorable. I really love this outfit. I think freaking she's in like tiger leg warmers, Jufufu. That's funny. Hold on. Yeah, my bad. I was hoping to get through more of it, but I completely forgot. Oh well, it is what it is. I might be back online later. I'll see. It's fine though. Oh, everyone who liked the nothing so far enjoyed it. I don't know. Nice, very short stream. Almost nothing covered. That's funny. Alright. See ya.